What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. And if you don't know who I am, I run a Canadian clothing company called K-Bud Apparel that's done multiple six figures in sales and revenue. So I help clothing brand owners like you get really good results. And what I want to talk to you about in this video here is the importance of learning to do things on your own, every aspect of your clothing brand, before outsourcing it to other people. I think that this is something that a lot of people do way too early, trying to outsource all the different tasks of their clothing brands to other people. And I want to talk to you about why it's so important for you to learn all of these little skills before outsourcing it to other people. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd. And if designs are something that you need made for your clothing brand, I really recommend that you give them a shot. You post a project on Design Crowd, amazing designers from all around the world will compete for your project. You choose the winner, then you get that design plus revisions. Here's a design that I had made for my clothing brand that's literally the best-selling hoodie on my website. If you're interested, head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn about the special offer that I have for you where you can save up to $100 or simply use the discount code apparel when you post a project on Design Crowd. All right, so one thing that I see a lot of clothing brand owners do that I really recommend you stay away from is a lot of clothing brand owners like to have an area of growing their clothing brand that they like to specialize in. So, maybe you're really good at designing, or you're really good at posting on social media or building a website. They like to focus all of their time on that and outsource every other single aspect of their clothing brand to other people. And the reason why I think a lot of clothing brand owners do this is because, not only do they sense that these other areas of their clothing brand they're not good in, they want to, just get it done, but they also hear in podcasts and YouTube videos like this that, it's just a really good idea to outsource the things you're not good at to other people. And I really do believe that that's wholeheartedly true. The issue here is that in this beginning stage, when you start up a clothing brand, when you start up a business, I believe it's so unbelievably important for you to have a base level skill in practically every single area of growing your clothing brand. Okay, if you go to outsource all of your marketing for your clothing brand to a marketing agency, say to run all of your Facebook ads for your clothing brand, but you yourself don't have the set of skills to run Facebook ads on your own, you don't know exactly what they're doing, then you have no way of assessing if what they're doing is even good for your clothing brand or not. You have no idea of knowing what the hell they're doing, and they're just going to be basically taking all of that into their own hands, and you're basically praying that they know what they're doing, okay? And this is true for every single aspect of growing your clothing brand, okay? So at the beginning, when you have this urge to hire people to do things that you're not good at, instead, what I really recommend that you do is you invest the time into learning the bare minimum of those skills so that you can at least understand what goes into it before hiring other people. So this means that, with design, if you don't know how to, work Photoshop at all or any of the Adobe Suite applications, I really recommend diving into them, going on YouTube, learning how to work them and getting, some tutorial action going, because that will really help you when it comes to working with the files to, print and to send out to your printing facilities or however it is that you're going about it. And just having all of these skills developed for you will really give you a solid foundation when it comes to hiring a team, getting people to work for you, and just outsourcing all these little tasks later on. I think that, if you start up and you say, well, I'm not good at all these things, I have an idea, but I want everybody else to make it happen for me without having to learn any of these skills on my own, I think that you're going to be really just sort of challenged to grow your brand moving forward. Another area of your clothing brand that I believe it's particularly important for you to develop the set of skills in is learning how to change things around on your website and just make changes to your website. I learned this the hard way with my old business before I started up all this, where I had a website idea and I had to hire a developer to make the website for me. And anytime I had even the littlest change on my website, I had to hire this dude, and pay him to make these little changes. And if you have to do that for your own clothing brand's website, if you're thinking about, hiring somebody to do all this, any single time you have a sale, anytime you want to make a little tweak to your story, any single time you want to make a little adjustment on your website, you're going to have to hire this guy. You're going to have to hire this person to, make that change on your clothing brand's website. And that's just not something that you want to be doing as you're trying to make changes quickly. You're trying to adapt. You're trying to grow. Okay. So, I'm just trying to drill in the point here that at the beginning, it's really a good thing to develop all of these skills on your own. You don't have to become a master at it. You don't have to become the world's best designer, but just having an understanding of it and all these different aspects, I think will really help you. And I hope that this prevents, one of you who is just sort of thinking about hiring somebody to do something that you don't know how to do right now that's completely within your reach. Maybe it's a few tutorials on YouTube away from learning on your own. And I really hope it brings you in that direction to just go down that rabbit hole and learn it on your own first before you decide, okay, now I have a pretty good grasp on it. I want to get this more to an advanced level. I don't have the time to do it now. So now that, I at least understand the sheer mechanics of it, now I'll hire somebody else to do it, and at least I can understand what they're doing. I want to make it clear here that I'm talking to those people who are just starting up and who feel like they don't have a lot of skills in any of these areas and who are really thinking about outsourcing it all, okay? There's definitely a stage in your clothing brand's life where you should outsource and you should get people to help you and you should get people to work for you, and that's definitely a beautiful thing, hiring a team, because you truly can't do everything on your own. But at the same time, if you're just starting up and you decide to outsource everything, I'm talking to those of you to really put this into perspective and show you just how important it is to really develop these skills on your own. I hope you take this with you and apply it to your own clothing brand. Let me know what you think in the comments below and drop your brand down there as well. I'd like to check out the brands that are watching. And if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass, and you can watch the whole thing for free. And if you made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you about the closed Facebook group that we have for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description. Follow that link, join us in the group. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.